Hello, everyone. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Today is the third day of our master class. You are welcome. You're welcome. It's with a great joy for me to be hosting this again to bring you this life transforming session again tonight. We've had a blast from day one. Day two yesterday was something else, and it's a great way to wrap it up today. If you missed day one, you can go down on the channel you are watching from. We're on YouTube, we're live on YouTube, we're live on Facebook. And if you can hear me and you're watching this, please kindly share with your friends, your families, your contacts, so that this can also be a blessing to them. Everyone needs to hear this because two things. One, the topic we're talking about tonight is something everyone needs to hear about. Two, the person speaking tonight is someone I respect so much, and I know, it will be a wonderful time that will worth your while. So share with people. Let's get more people on this call. The first day was great. The second day was greater, and today will be super great. So get ready, get ready. So let's share to more people. Put it on your WhatsApp status. Put it direct message to 5, 10 friends, as many as you can share to, so that would have a crowd here, okay, to listen to what we're here to talk about. This is Mega Life Learning. My name is Newell Alabi, and at Mega Life, we do practical teachings for productive living. Okay, we empower minds to transform lives. Okay, so if you are here, you are in for a great time. Can you put in the comment if you can hear me wherever you are watching from? Say hello from, then your location. Hello from the UK. Hello from Lagos. Hello from the US. Hello from Port Harcourt. Hello and hello and hello. All right. Make it loud, make it loud, make it loud in this place. Now, wherever you are, please share, 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 and let us know where you are watching from. Okay? Just say hello from so place. Hello from so. And if you want to code it, you can just say hello from the other side. Oh, hello from Ibadan. I'm seeing one hello from Ibadan right now. Thank you, Mr. Shegun from Ibadan. Hello from Ibadan. Yes, yes. Hello from Port Harcourt. Hello from Lagos. Hello from Ukraine. Hello from wherever you're watching from. All right. It is time, because we do not want to stay too long tonight. I like these sessions to be straight to the point. We hit the nail on the head, and everything goes smoothly. So say hello. Oh, hello from USA is here. All right. So thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Keep sharing to your friends and family. Right about now, I want to bring in a polymath, a man that wears many, many hats. I think um, in this show, we have people wearing many hats. Yesterday, Yemi CD had many hats on too. Today, we have another man wearing many hats. He's a pathfinder, he's a life coach, he's a consultant, he's a corporate trainer, he's a conference speaker. He's someone you need to meet. And I'm happy that he's here tonight, because he'll be sharing a whole lot, and you can connect with him on all his social media platforms. All right, hello from USA, hello from Kogi. All right, hello. So we have people in the house tonight. Thank you so much for tuning in. Share with your friends and family. I have been talking about no other person than the polymath himself, a fantastic brother from the day I have known him. Hello from Tanzania. Thank you. Hello from Abuja. Thank you. This is a great call tonight. Please keep sharing. Keep sharing. Let's have people come online to hear this. So, he is one of Africa's Forbes coach. Forbes. All right. Please, without any stretching of time, help me bring in, with a loud ovation if you can, the very Dr. Shogo Oyeniyi, my egbon of many years. You are welcome, sir. You are live on the stream. It's still, it's, your mic is mute. So, on mute so I can hear you, sir.
All right, can you hear me very well?
Yes, I can hear you, sir. Welcome,
Hey,
welcome. I'm
it's good
super
to be here.
excited
Thank you
you
very
are here.
much. Thank you very much. I'm just sending the link to some couple of my community. Please uh, bear with me. So that's why my eyes are off the screen.
All right, that's fine, sir. Thank you. Thank you for sharing too. Thank you very much.
All right, so we're here. Thank you for inviting me. Trust you've had a beautiful day so far today.
Yes, I have. You? How have you been, sir?
Hey, excellent, awesome. It's been beautiful. We thank God. I was going to say Happy New Year, but I remember that today is the 19.
19. Yeah,
Anything you have used for 19 days, is this still new?
I don't think so. You can't drive a
No,
garage. If you've used it for 19
no.
hours self, you can't return the car and collect full money.
At the same value.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So happy January.
Happy January, sir.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so let me dive into our discourse today. Like I said yesterday on the show, that it won't be a training, it will be a chat with Dr. Shogo. Okay, so if you have questions along the line, thank you. Someone else from Lokoja, Kogi State, thank you for being on the call. Now, if you have other questions, please, on the topic we are talking about today, feel free to put in the comment section and we will address it on the talk. All right, today we're looking at execution, getting to your goals, executing your goals. And I want to draw, being that we started this talk on the question of a new year. Many people have New Year resolutions, all right? And in my experience, I've discovered that not everyone follows through. So, on the subject of setting goals, we may not dwell so on the setting of goals. I don't know how Dr. Shugo wants to go, all right? But we will dwell more on why people don't achieve their goals. Is it because there's a problem in the setting of the goals themselves, or a problem in their pursuit of those goals? So, Dr. Shugo, execution, gaining
All
mastery
right.
over
So
your personal goals.
I think this is a good trajectory for the conversation. Like I say to people in my inner circle, which is known as Strife Tribe, and I'm saying it to everyone listening to me right now, the quality of the answers you get from life is dependent on the quality of the questions you ask yourself. So if you ask
Mm,
yourself low resolution questions, you ask yourself pedestrian questions, you're definitely going to
mm,
get
mm.
low resolution answers and pedestrian answers. And you agree with
Yes,
me
sir.
that there's limit to the transformation that a low resolution product can give you. There's a limit to
Mm,
the impact that a pedestrian answer can give you in your life. People have been setting goals. In fact, everybody set goals. So the question is it everybody that achieves their goal? And if it is
yes.
not everybody
Mm,
that achieves their goal, Why are my goals not getting answered? People go to religious houses, they raise up goals for the year, they raise up prayer points for the year, and at the end of the day, by December, you realize that you are 1 over 10, 2 over 10. Does that make God a
Mm.
liar? No, it doesn't make God a liar, because our conversation, our relationship with God is two-sided. There's something you need to do for God to activate the required answers you desire. Except on rare occasion when God chooses, God does not walk through vacuum. God walks through a
Mm.
medium. That's very important for everyone. If you're listening to me right now, it's a live transmission. Some of you might be in the car, some of you might be on the road, but if you're in the house, please, if you can write. This is an adult learning class, because I'm not going to necessarily say write. One of the major reasons people don't achieve their goals is because they don't write down their goals. The first step to achieving your goals is writing down your goals. You don't keep your goals in your head. You see, well, an architect, the function of an architect is a designer. They design building. And if you outsource your job
Yeah.
to an architect, let's say is the best architect in the city you live, and you get to your site and you ask the guy that where is the drawing, and the guy says, "Oh, don't worry, don't you know I'm the best architect in town? The drawing is in my head." You're not, you're not gonna you're not gonna give the guy your brief. You're gonna take it away. So why don't you write down your goals? A lot of people that are in the corporate, that are professionals, you work for corporate organizations write down their goals. The smallest unit in an organization is an
Mm.
individual. So you as an individual in your personal life, why are you not mirroring what you see happen at
Mm.
organizational level in your office? Ask questions.
Mm.
The quality of the questions you ask determines the quality of the answers you get. This is a very
Mm.
fundamental principle that if you can master it, if you can master it, it's a game changer. It's a game changer. I remember the story of Moses. Because of his short fuse, God gave him 10 commandments. Because of his short fuse, he messed it up and broke it.
Mm.
God had to bring him back to the mountain. God did not make him write another one. God wrote another one with his own handwriting.
Mm. Mm.
And if God did that, every action of God is intentional. It means that there is power in writing. There is power in, oh, I have my community people from Tanzania. Oh, thank you for joining. There's power in writing, there's power in documenting. In fact, I remember a statement that says the faintest ink is better than the sharpest memory. So it's very important that we
Mm.
document our goals. Back to the question you asked me, that why do people not execute? Why do people not achieve their goals? Why do people not get their ball rolling? I think
Yes, sir.
after that particular one I've mentioned, another reason is setting vague goals. Setting vague goals. I need to also mention, ladies and gentlemen, that whatever I'm conversing about is not in order of priority. I'm just speaking from my heart.
Yeah.
Setting vague goals. If you want to arrive at a destination, you need to identify the destination. That talks about clarity. You can't arrive at a goal you have not identified. Ask a lot of people, what do you want out of 2024? I just want it to be good. I want to be rich. I just want it to favor me.
Yes.
Sorry, when it comes to goal setting, life does not answer to generics. Life answers to specifics.
Mm.
So how specific
Mm.
are you? I want to be rich is not a goal. I want to be rich by how much? Okay, I want to be rich by $10,000. Now that is specific. I want to be rich by 1 million naira. That's specific. I want to be rich by I want to be rich by 4 million Tanzanian shillings. That's measurable. That's specific. How specific are you? I want to travel the world in 2024. That's too general. The mind
Mm.
only recognizes something specific. You want to travel, that is fine. So you can say, where do you want to go? Right. Okay, so this year I want to go to the Bahamas and I want to go to London. Clear cut goal. So stop setting vague goals. Let me keep quiet. Maybe you have something to chip in.
Chipping care. Oh, all right. I believe the I'm taking notes. You see me looking down. I'm putting
Yeah,
notes
I
on my
see you're
phone.
typing. Yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
I see.
I believe the top three things you just mentioned, they are really powerful. One is the vague goals thing, no specifics. I remember attending one of these coaching sessions I paid for. And the first thing the man said, it looked like a usual goal setting class. And that's why you see, yes, some of the classes you'll be asked to pay for them because you'll be learning new things. I thought I'd known goals. I thought I'd known how to set a goal, you know. And when he took us through it, I discovered this thing you said. It cannot be vague. So, and in that class, a lady said, he picked up a lady and said, give us a goal. She said he said, write your goal and show it to the class or read it to the class. And she wrote it and she read it to the class. He said, I want to lose weight this year. You see, that is so vague. And by the time he was done addressing the weight loss thing and he turned it into a proper goal, Kai, I was shocked. One is these specifics. How many kg do you want to lose? Within what period of time? Okay, because that in itself has a way of triggering the next thing, which is your strategy. You know, how do you now want to achieve it? If you want to make a million naira in 1 week, the way you will respond is different from if you want to make a million naira in 3 months.
Absolutely.
The actions to take if you want to make a million naira in 1 week and a million naira in 3 months, they are different. So, what is the time frame? That's what really makes the goal a goal. Then the second thing you have said on this call is not writing it down. Kai, it's as simple as writing down. It's a game changer, like you said, sir. Go ahead,
In
Dr.
fact, for
Shoko.
everyone in this call, you should have an idea book. Document your
Hmm.
ideas, document your goals, because a time comes in everyone's life where it seems as if you are at your low ebb, where it seems as
Hmm.
if you are not in your flow, where it seems as if you have no idea. When you go back to your idea book, trust me, just spend 30 minutes with the idea book. You'll come back refreshed, you'll come back energized. Why? Because you have documented dreams, aspirations,
Hmm.
and you're fired up. But imagine someone that doesn't have an idea book, you don't document your goals. So 2024, not stop writing your goals on a sheet of paper. Get a proper journal, your goal book, your idea book. That's very I
Hmm.
have different journals. I think I should have close to like 10 or 20. I have my idea books from university.
What?
Yes, that's over 20 years ago or so. Yeah, I
Yes.
have my idea books from university. This is important. And I realized that, you see, when you document those goals, you realize that it's your life becomes automated. You just because there's something called law of attraction. One thing people don't
Hmm.
realize about goal setting is that, see, goal setting is an art, A-R-T. Goal setting is
Hmm.
an art, and goal setting is also a science. So you need to understand the heart of goal setting, and you need to understand the science of goal setting. What
The
most people
science
don't
of it.
understand is the science of goal setting. So imagine when we look
Mm.
at, I'm going to give an illustration and I'm going to show you that that's a science, not an art. So you set a goal that I want to go to London, but your dominant thought is who dash monkey banana? How much is
Banana.
my salary? My salary can
Mm.
never take me to London. So that's the science. Now, there's no way you can achieve your goal because your mindset is not in alignment with the achievement of your goals. So
Mm.
no matter the vision board, no matter how much you talk about it, your dominant thought, your subconscious mind is against. So it's called self-sabotaging thoughts. That's science.
Mm.
Art, writing your goal on a paper is an art. So you need to understand
Is the
that
art.
goal setting is both a science and an art. At times, for every goal you set, there's the right association of people you need to move with. So if you set goals and you're moving with association of people that don't believe in achievement of such goals, that's a science. You are not setting up yourself for
Mm.
success. Anyways, let's look. We're talking about execution and why people don't achieve their goals. I think another major reason people don't achieve their goals is distraction. Distraction.
Mm.
Distraction. And I have an antidote for that. A lot of people major in minor. It's not everything that counts that can be counted. It's not everything that you do that brings reward or result to you. So there's something called
Mm.
Pareto principle. Pareto principle is known as the 80-20 rule, which is a very good way to knock out distractions as it relates to your goals. You know what that rule says? That rule says that 20% of your effort generates 80% of your result. So, which means no matter the result you generate in a year, I mean, this is a principle that is over 100 years old. Pareto was
Mm.
an Italian economist. So, 20% of what you do is what gives you your results. But the idea is, are you truthfully aware? Now, this is an element in emotional intelligence. Are you truthfully aware of the 20 things, 20% of the things you do that actually gives you result? So you see a lot of people, they are just in activity. And I tell people activity is not productivity. A lot of people are
Mm.
busy, but they are not in business. So the things you need to do, they are not so much.
Mm.
You just need to focus on the few things you do that gives you the bigger or the biggest difference in your life. So cut away distraction this year. I tell people you have I wrote an article this week across my community, and I told them that you have the power to hire whoever you want in your life, and you have the power to also fire. So you can hire and fire. You need to The things you need to do are not so plenty that will change your life. Why not focus on it? Distractions, stay away from distraction. Learn to understand priority management. There's something called time quadrant. We don't
Mm.
have all the time. I mean, I can go on and on. You need to understand priority matrix. You need to understand productivity matrix. That something is urgent does not mean it is important. So you need to be able to focus
Yes,
on the
sir.
truthfully important things in your life. Once you understand the really important things in your life, you would realize that you will achieve more of your goals. Excuse me. That's very important. Another thing, I've seen people come to make me coach because I do consulting, I do coaching, and I see people talk about their goals, and you don't see fire in their eyes, you don't see spark in their
Mm.
eyes, no
Mm.
motivation, no drive, no fire in their belly.
Mm. Hmm.
My question, because I'm big on asking questions, so my question is, why did you set a goal that does not inspire you?
Yes, sir.
So you want to achieve your goals. Your goals should wake you up. I read a book by Al Malcolm. That's the ruler
Hmm.
of Dubai. In his book, My Vision, I love saying that each time I have an opportunity to talk to people. He said every time in Africa, a lion wakes up knowing that it must outrun the slowest antelope. If not, it will die of hunger. And then each morning
Yeah.
in Africa, an antelope wakes up knowing that it must outrun the slowest lion. If not, it will be eaten as food. He now ended that quote by
Hmm.
saying, whether you are a lion or you are an antelope, each morning when you wake up, you must
You're
start
running.
running. That's
You're running, man.
motivation. You
Hmm.
that's motivation. So, ladies and gentlemen, does your goal keep you out of bed? Does your goal set fire in your belly? If your goal does not motivate you, there's no way you can achieve it. And another reason
Hmm.
is some people is not there. You need for your goal to inspire you, you must own it. There must be a sense of ownership. But you find out that a lot of people, their goals are not theirs. Their goals are their spouse's goals, so they adopted it. Their goals are their parents' goals. This is what my
Yeah.
parents want me to do.
Social
So there's
media
no way.
goals,
Yeah,
couple
so
goals.
your goal must be personal to you. It's your goal, so you have to be able to run with it. Until you have that sense of ownership, you won't have
Hmm.
motivation and drive
Dr.
in
Shogo,
achieving your goal.
let me
Yes,
butt in. Let me
yeah,
butt in,
this
sir.
is
You
good.
see, this thing you're talking about is super good. You see, people not being really motivated about what they are saying it's their goal. When I in my own coaching session, I tell people what's your why? What's your why? What's your strong reason? If we need to draw from the Bible says produce your strong reasons. What is your strong reason for that goal? And there's this man who I had a contact with, and it changed everything for me. And since that day, he's always, what's your why? What's your strong reason? He's my neighbor. He was my neighbor, like 4 or 5 years ago. And every morning, while I'm just doing my walk and I'm moving, just praying, walking, and thinking, and all that, he has gone ahead of me many mornings to jog, and he would jog and jog and jog. So one day, I we met at the gate, and I said, "Ah, you are really taking this fitness thing seriously?" He said, no, 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 bros. I don't like fitness. I don't like fitness. He said 3 years ago, he passed out in the midst of friends. They were drinking somewhere, and he passed out. They rushed him to the hospital, and he was told he had probably 6 weeks to die because of his sugar level, that they've just managed it, or blah blah blah. And after the whole thing, when he escaped 6 weeks, he went back for check, and they asked him, okay, so he'll have to be on a particular drug. Then he asked them, he said, this drug, would it cure this thing? He said, no, you have to use it for life. It just regulates it. So what are the other options I have? He said, well, exercise. And even exercise, staying off coke and all these things can keep you, in fact, can heal you faster than the drug. He said that's how it started. That was the last time sugar entered his mouth. And since that day, 5 a.m. cannot meet him on his bed because his life. This was how he said, because I know my life depends on it. He doesn't need any other motivation. He doesn't need extra inspiration. His life, I think many people, when it comes to their goals, they are not there yet. I don't know whether you understand what I'm talking about.
I
They are
understand
really not
absolutely,
there yet.
absolutely. They don't know what they want. So for everyone on this call, I'm gonna give you an assignment. That assignment, because you see, another thing for you to achieve your goals is your ability to research about the achievement of your goals. So, as an individual,
Yes, sir.
don't only depend on people, learn how to research. So, I'm going to say
Mm,
this to you guys. I'm giving you as an assignment, read everything you can on golden circle. Just help me type it in the chat room and assignment, read on golden circle. So you'll be able to ask yourself, what's your why?
mm. Read on Golden
uh,
Circle.
then when you look at
All
motivation,
right.
there are different types of motivation. You need to ask yourself, is this motivation intrinsic or is this motivation extrinsic? You would realize that for people that the motivation they have in relation to their goal is intrinsic, they are driven, they don't need encouragement. That is exactly the type of motivation the man you gave an illustration
Mm.
with has.
Yes, sir.
So it's
Intrinsic.
very important that you check your type of motivation. Another reason why people don't execute, life is not designed to be lived in isolation. People don't
Mm,
execute because there's no accountability. No
mm,
accountability. No, you don't have a support system. Because if you have told certain people, maybe you have a coach or you have good quality friends that you hold yourself accountable. If you say this is what and
yeah.
what I want to do this year, these guys will be on your neck. That have you done it? When are you doing it? And because of shame, you also don't want to appear as a failure. So you want to say, I did it. And there's something called LD competition. So if you
Mm,
belong to an accountability group or you have quality friends that you share your dreams together, not those friends that are witches and wizards that they envy each other's goals, it's
mm,
very
mm.
important.
Accountability.
So if you don't have accountability group, is one reason why. So after all, you say no, I didn't say it to anybody, nobody. If your family members can be your accountability partner, your siblings can be your accountability partner, your colleagues in the office can be.
Yeah.
There's no excuse. I tell people that you can't make anything with an excuse. Excuse is totally useless. You can't use as excuse as a collateral. You can't build with an excuse. Excuse is just totally useless. So stop giving
Mm,
excuses, which could also form a reason why people don't achieve their goals. They have 1001 reasons. Why not look for one reason to achieve your goals? Why are you giving excuses? We all have excuses. So you need to choose what you want out of life. So this is very critical. Accountability
mm.
group. You want to share some light on that?
Yes, accountability groups are super important. Finding someone who would keep checking on you. One of the things about goals is make it measurable so that you can have benchmarks. You can tell yourself where you are coming from, where you are, and where you are going. Then, if you can't tell yourself, this person that you're accountable to or this group can be on your neck, that where are you now? So let's say you want to lose weight or you want to make 1 million naira in 2 months. Even 3 weeks, you have told people you want to. 3 weeks is almost a month. You should have been
Yeah.
halfway by then. You should have been halfway by then. Someone should be able to say, how far, guy? How far, sis? Where are you on this goal? But if you have not told anyone, if it's just there, no accountability. You can't measure your progress, and you can easily even fall back, and just say, see, let me just leave this thing and not go on with it. So accountability is super, 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 super good. Another thing I've discovered, Dr. Shogo,
Tell
is
me.
people. I had a one-on-one coaching session. Before this program, I gave out 10 slots for one-on-one coaching session. So one of the people, um, I told him about making his goal realistic. You see, the spur of a new year, many people set bars they can't jump. And
Absolutely.
the mind naturally shuts down on things that looks tough. So once you have set it too high for you to achieve, yes, probably in the first week, you said, oh, I'll be spending 2 hours every day in the gym. You see, the initial gragra of a new year can
Excitement.
take the excitement of the new year can take you through the first week, but it can't sustain you. Before you know it, your body aches, your mind sees it as a chore, then it begins to shut down. But if you put a benchmark on it, something your mind feels I can achieve, okay, it's a good way to start. Then you stretch along the way. I think a lot of people put, oh, for example, what we were talking about was finances, and we're talking about saving. You cannot be earning 200K and say, I want to be saving 120 because there's this goal. That's not realistic. You will suffer. You can do it 1 2 months, but I am sure by May you are done with it. You are done with it because it's too high. So set bars you can easily achieve, then stretch. You can extend. You can build on it. You can upgrade as it goes. I think setting too high targets can be a problem too.
So I need to tell everyone that when it comes to goal setting, you're not competing with anyone, please. Your best competition is yourself. You want to become better than your
Mm.
previous result. Stop comparing
Yes,
yourself
sir.
with another person, because our realities are different. Our realities are not the same. When you look at the fingers, none of them is equal. So the best person you want to compare with is yourself. There's a slang that has become like a Nigerian adopted slang this year, and that is no grief for yourself, no grief for anybody.
No grief
No,
for
no, so,
anybody.
but in my reflection time, I'm a thinker. In my reflection time, I said that statement is wrong, because the person you should not grieve for is for yourself. No grief for yourself. There will always be a
Mm,
conflict. Yes, there will always be a conflict between your ideal self and your real self. Your real self is your enemy. Your ideal self, you need to crush your real
mm,
self. You need to actually accept your realities to become your ideal self. So, a lot of times, the things
mm.
we fight against, the weapons, we are the weapons fashioned against ourselves. If you can conquer yourself, you have conquered. If you can conquer yourself, you have conquered everything. If you can conquer yourself, you have conquered everything.
Mm.
Another reason why people don't achieve their goals: analysis paralysis, overthinking,
Chai. Perfectionism.
overthinking, perfectionism.
Hmm.
There's no perfect
Mm.
work of art. That is why I love the
Yes, sir.
slogan of Nike. That slogan of Nike says, just do it.
Just do it.
Perfection is a myth. Perfection is not a destination. Perfection is a journey.
Hmm.
If you want to have everything figured out on your table before you start pursuing your goal, you would realize that 365 days have passed, 366 days have passed, 2 years have passed. You're still waiting for that perfect moment. The day you wake up is your good morning.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, analysis paralysis, you overthink, you overanalyze your goal. What will people say? This what I don't have this money. No, just start. The moment you start and get the ball rolling, you would realize that the universe will bring the human resources, the financial resources, every help you need. Whatever
Yeah.
you do,
Yeah.
keep moving. That I love that statement of, is it Martin Luther King? If you cannot walk, crawl. If you cannot crawl,
Yeah.
if you cannot run, fly, crawl, you are not the
I
race. If you
agree.
cannot run, fly, whatever it is, just make sure
Just
you
keep moving.
keep moving. You see,
Mm.
when we look at companies like Kodak, Kodak used to be the largest photographic company in the world. Even though I'm not an insider, when you look at when you look at Nokia, at some point, about 75% of phones in the world were Nokia phones.
Yes, sir.
When we look at BlackBerry, BlackBerry used to be the most secured phone in the world. FBI could not hack BlackBerry. I want to believe that one of the reasons these three companies were knocked out of business was analysis paralysis.
Hmm.
If you don't move, you'll be removed.
Hmm.
So it is so it is important it is important that we don't overanalyze. Trust me, if you are waiting to have everything figured out as it relates to your goal before you pursue it, no, you won't do anything. So check yourself. Are you a perfectionist? Or have you been
Hmm.
bragging that I'm a perfectionist? No, it's a minus, it's not a plus. You won't go fast and quick in life like that. Can we take some questions before
Hmm.
we proceed?
All right. So before we wrap up the broadcast today, any questions? Any questions?
No, we
Someone
can take
here
we can
said,
we can take three questions. Then I will just probably share one more or two more points.
okay, three questions. So you have any question? Let's have it. Let's have it right now. Someone already comment like 10 minutes ago or 20 minutes ago that for me, setting goals is not the problem, but achieving them, that is my problem. So I'm sure you can pick one or two things now that we have said about how to achieve that. Maybe it could be not writing it down. It could be not being specific. It could be not being motivated enough, passionate enough about the goal. It could be analysis paralysis and all that. So I'm sure somehow along the line we have answered that. Now, someone said from Mina, how do we overcome
From Mina.
being yes?
Wow,
How do we overcome being overwhelmed?
good. That's a perfect question. And that will lead me to another reason people don't achieve their goals. Another major reason people don't
Hmm.
achieve their goals is people set too many goals. There's no way you will set too many
Mm.
goals and you want to achieve it at the same time that you will not be overwhelmed. So you need to learn to declutter and understand that no goal can be achieved overnight. So you need to be able to chunk your goal. So this particular goal is for my Q1, this is for Q2, this is for Q3. I talked about priority management. All these things are
Yeah,
interlinked. So one way not to be overwhelmed is to choose what is important to you per time. There is no way that 20 things can be important to you per time. No, they might appear important, but when you look at it, they are not truthfully important. You can
yeah,
delegate, you can delay, you can delete some of these activities.
yeah.
So if you don't want to be
And 20 things
overwhelmed,
cannot be
stop.
urgent.
So break your big goals into smaller, achievable goals. That way, you will be able to conquer overwhelm. And don't forget that I've mentioned that one of the reasons people don't achieve their goals is they set too many goals. So when they set too many goals, they are overwhelmed. And you look at your goal like, where do I even want to start from? So I think that answers that question.
Yes, yes. So, any other questions in the house? 20 things cannot be important, 20 things cannot be urgent at the same time. So, break it down, or pick one per time. First quarter, second quarter, I'm achieving this. Third quarter, I'm facing this. Fourth quarter, I'm facing this. Keep it simple. Okay, keep it simple and achievable. Okay, that's the way you won't be overwhelmed.
The last point I want
Oh,
to give
okay.
tonight,
Person says,
the,
thank you. Yes. We.
the
All right, sir.
last thing I want to talk about before we open the questions and have feedback about the live session is a major reason people don't execute. A major reason people don't achieve their goals is having no plans. Having no plans. Setting your goal is one
Hmm.
thing. Having a plan to how you will achieve your goal is another thing. This is one of the reasons people speak to a coach. This is one of the reasons people speak to a mentor for guidance. If you don't have a plan, even the good book said that if you want to build a tower, you will first sit down, count the cost before you can build it. The Tower of Babel, they had a plan, and their plan was intimidating, that heaven had to disrupt their plan.
Yeah.
So the question, so you say you want to buy a car, you want to buy a car this year. You don't even know how much the car is. You don't even know what brand. You don't even know
Hmm.
what year. You don't even know where they sell the car. You don't even know whether there are 4 or 5 options of where you can ask about the car and compare prices. These are plans. So having no concrete
Hmm.
plan is another reason why people don't achieve their goal. Thank you everyone for joining us. If you have questions now, I will take your questions for like next 10 minutes. Then we sign out. I hope you got value. Noel, thank you for inviting me for this live. I don't take it for granted. So you can
Thank
open
you.
up the question again and moderate. I'm here. Please, people pay me to ask me questions.
Oh,
Today, tonight, you
yes.
have
So,
an opportunity to ask questions for free.
okay. So, questions, people. This is your opportunity. You can put it on the group. You can put it um, on Facebook or YouTube,
Do
and we
we
will
have
see it.
viewers
So,
from
real quick,
Facebook?
we're wrapping up.
Can you monitor your Facebook? Do we have viewers from Facebook as well?
Yes, people. Yes,
How many
people are on
viewers?
Facebook.
How many viewers do we have on Facebook?
Um, on Facebook, we have 8. No, we have 10 people on Facebook right now.
Oh, awesome, awesome.
Yes, we have 10 people on Facebook. Then 8 people on on YouTube.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
Any other
yeah.
questions?
All right. Any questions, people? Any questions, please? Um, just let me quickly. Okay. Someone says, "What do you mean by being?" Uh, no, not that. Do you mean by being realistic and specific to personal goals? More so that you have a project in mind. Okay, the person said you just answered it. Okay, okay, okay.
Okay.
Realistic
Okay.
and specific. Okay. So
Okay.
realistic, make it real, make it something that it's achievable, then make it specific. What brand of, don't just say a car. What brand of a car? Is it petrol or diesel? Where is it sold? Very specific.
There is
All
a
right,
question
all
that
right,
popped
all
up
right.
on the screen and went off.
Yes.
Uh,
Okay. How do you deal with a team of people that are not as motivated as you? Hmm,
all right. So this
that's
is
the
it.
question.
If you are working in a team, especially if you are the team leader and you find out that you are the only one motivated, others are not motivated, what has truthfully happened is that you have not sold the dream, the vision to them very well. The moment, and that's a communication issue. So you need to be able to
Hmm,
paint a picture for your team members, and you need them to see the picture. That takes us to the question of why. Why are you on this team? Why are you in this business? The moment you can do that
yeah.
effectively, you would realize that the problem of motivation is solved. So you need to also talk to them on an individual level before you talk to them at a group level. Talk to them on an because some of these things, before they can be motivated as you are, some of them they have personal issues that is affecting. As a leader, They just want some word of comfort. If there's a way you can
Mm.
help, if you can help them solve those problems, you would realize that they will be as motivated as you are on the team you are particular about. Thank you.
All right. So motivation problem solved. You see, the greatest motivation for anyone is your why. Why am I doing this? So communicate it to your team personally, like you said, one on one, and to the group. And we that can be solved. With that, you can get them on board the vision. All right, everyone. I'm looking seriously looking at time, both your time and Dr. Shogo's time tonight. Dr. Shogo, thank you again for agreeing to do this, to give us an
Thank
hour of
God.
your time to be on this call. So before we wrap up this, just give us your last thoughts and your closing thoughts for tonight on the
All right.
subject of
So
execution
my
and
closing
goal.
thoughts to everyone is I want you to I advise, I suggest, I admonish, I encourage you to move in 2024 with a sense of urgency. For me, one thing I've polished about my life is pattern recognition. If you look at January this year, usually we say January is long, January is slow, but if you're sensitive and you have looked at January this year is not long. January this year is actually fast. So that means that this year is going to be fast. Speed is very important to success. Success loves speed. So whatever you need to do it quickly. Have a sense of urgency in approaching your goals. Anything you want to do, don't delay, don't procrastinate, and at the end of the year, you will smile and realize that you have achieved. Amida, Amida, you are on my platform. Time management is so big that we can't talk about time management. I can't talk about it in these few minutes. But if you check YouTube, Dr. Shogo on time management, I have a TV interview on TVC, or I will Amida is in my WhatsApp group for Tanzanians. I will post the link, or you can chat me up. I will share the link with you. Then you can know more about time management. But let me just say something broadly. My Oriflame partner in Mina. Thank you for joining. So let me just say something about time management broadly. Time management is the process by which you allot time to different activities of your life. And your ability to master which activity to devote most time to is what makes your time very useful. You don't spend time. Time spent can never be gotten back. You invest time. And when you invest time, it means that you are investing with a notion of a return on investment. That's very important. So the question is, how are you using your
Right.
time? Time is not
The
going
questions
anywhere. Time is
are coming
timeless.
in
Time
now.
is eternity. We're the ones going. Someone is
Questions
saying
are
that
now
how do
coming
you
in.
Someone is saying, how do you deal with fear of failure in the pursuit of your
In
goals?
the pursuit of
So you can two things fear does to us is that fear can push us to the wall of inactivity to do nothing, and you can use your fear as fuel to propel you to activity. So choose. Life will
yes.
always give us choices. So fear of failure. Do you know that what we call failure is actually not attempting and failing? Because in every failure there are lessons. What is actually failure is not doing anything. Complacency. Failure is not the opposite of success. Complacency is the opposite of success. So don't fear failing. Please use your fear as fuel to
Yeah.
move you. You will learn, you will meet people, you will know how to do it. Look at Thomas Edison. He failed 1,000 times when he was trying to create incandescent bulb. He said, I didn't fail. I only found 1,001 ways how not to make the bulb.
Yeah, I heard that.
Even the way you talked about fear of failure, do you know that fear of success also cripples people from moving forward in their life because they are looking at the success so big that, oh, this is so intimidating? No, never allow fear
Hmm.
cripple you. Use your fear as fuel. All right.
Use your fear as fuel. Use your fear as fuel. Let me put that put that in the comment. Use your fear as fuel. That
In
is
fact,
critical, sir.
in fact,
Thank you so much.
if you are not fearful, then it means there's this statement that if your goal does not scare you, then it's not big enough.
Hmm. 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 All right. I think it's a good time to bring this broadcast to a close. And I'm already saying some thank you, coach. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. This has been amazing. So, two things I would say before we wrap up. Please connect with Dr. Shogo. Okay, so Dr. Shogo, if somebody is on this call and they would like to find you, please tell us how they will find you, your
All right.
communities, and all that.
You can join me on my WhatsApp community if you live in Nigeria. I have a WhatsApp community for Nigerians. Then on Instagram, my Instagram is Dr. Shogo, DRSOGO on Instagram. On Twitter, which is now known as X, I'm also on that platform as Dr. Shogo. On LinkedIn, I'm on LinkedIn as Dr. Shogo. Which one again? On Facebook, you can connect with me on Facebook at Dr. Shogo on Facebook. Uh, Thank you very much. Thank you very much for showing up. Your time is precious, but you decided to invest with us. We don't take it for granted. Noel, thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Dr. Shogo. I am truly grateful. The next thing I would like to say is please um, follow this page on Facebook, follow this channel on YouTube. More of these will be coming from time to time. You can connect with me, Noel Alabi, on Facebook, Noel Alabi everywhere. Okay. I have a Telegram group. Okay. It's called Mega Life Community. Mega Life Community. All right, please join that community. There are daily inspirational posts there, daily motivational posts. It's a group where you can learn, you can increase your knowledge. If you know well, you will do well. Okay, life has lots of knowledge gap. So please connect with Mega Life Community and you will be glad you did. Trainings are happening there, books are shared there, so that you can always learn. Mega Life stands for practical learning for productive living, things you can use immediately. So more of this will be coming your way. So please stay connected. Don't lose this vibe. Don't lose this momentum as you go into the year and for the rest of your life. There is something I like to say to people. You see, this you must give way for who you need to become. Who you are right now must give way for who you need to become. So there are two questions in that. One is, who am I right now? The second question is, who do I want to become or do I need to become? So figure these two things out and plot your graph from who you are right now to who you need to become. Have a fantastic evening. Enjoy the rest of the weekend. Once again, thank you, Dr. Shogo. Thank you, everyone, for being here tonight. God bless you. Bye bye.
Bye.
Thank you, Dr. Shogo. Take care, sir. That's my own personal coach, my motivator, my everything, everything. And my Egbon. Thank you, sir. Thank you, everyone. Good night.